What's up, world? Welcome back to the Big City Gardener YouTube channel. I'm your host, Timothy Hammond, the Big City Gardener, and I'm an urban gardener down here in Zone 9, Houston, Texas. Now, it's fall time, and yes, that does mean fall gardening, but what it also means is it's time to take some crucial steps to make sure that our fruit trees thrive next spring and next summer. Just because the seasons are changing, that doesn't mean that we're going to neglect our fruit trees. So in this video today, we're going to talk about fall fruit tree care. Let's go. So here in my urban garden in Houston, Texas, I grow a variety of fruit trees. From fig trees, like you see here in the fig forest, to these apple trees that you see behind me. I have peach trees on the other side of the garden, as well as blackberries and more figs in the front. I even have muscadines growing on top of this shade structure over here. So here's a few things that I do in the fall to make sure that my fruit trees are thriving come next spring. So one of the first things that I like to do in the fall gardening season is to mark the branches that I'm going to prune in the winter time. Pruning your fruit trees helps to increase air circulation, which will help reduce diseases and insects affecting your fruit trees. With fall pruning, we're able to help remove a lot of the diseased or dead branches from the tree, and that will help reduce the likelihood of spreading diseases throughout your orchard. Now, when it comes to pruning, there are certain things that you need to remember. One, pruning is to help the shape of the tree. So I'm growing this apple tree in an espalier style, meaning I want it flat up against the wall. Now, you see a lot of branches that are shooting out towards the fig forest. So what I'll do is simply make a mental note of which branches I plan to prune come winter time. Next thing, you want to make sure you're using clean or new pruners. And this is because if you use dirty pruners, you have the possibility of spreading diseases to your plants. Now, when it comes to making a cut on your plant, you want to make all of your incisions on your trees at 45-degree angles. That's this way, as opposed to just cutting straight across the branch. Cutting our branches at a 45-degree angle will, one, encourage the plant to heal faster, and two, encourage the plant to grow in the right direction. The second tip is to remove all of the dead or spent leaves from around the plant. Now, if the leaves are healthy, then you can leave these plants as a sort of living mulch around the soil or the base of the tree. As these leaves decompose and break down, they will in turn feed and strengthen the soil. But if you've dealt with any sort of diseases throughout the season, then what you're going to want to do is to rake up all of these leaves and to get rid of them. You can either compost them as long as your compost reaches a sufficiently high enough temperature, or you can bag them up and throw them out on the curb for the city to come pick up. The choice is yours, but just make sure you're removing any spent leaves from the floor. The third step for fall fruit tree care is to make sure that you apply a layer of mulch to the soil. As always, I recommend organic mulch. Now this could be native hardwood mulch, this could be straw, this could be hay. All that matters is that it's organic. Because when we use organic mulch, it eventually decomposes and breaks down into the soil. As it breaks down, it turns into organic matter. That organic matter helps feed the soil microbiology and in turn gives us stronger, healthier, happier plants. Now, when it comes to mulching our fruit trees, just like with all other trees, we want to make sure that we are not placing the mulch directly at the base of the tree. We want to leave enough space, about 2 to 3 inches of space between our layer of mulch and the base of the tree. And that's because mulch retains moisture. One of the worst things that you can do is retain the moisture directly against the stem of the tree. That's asking for all types of problems. And finally, you want to keep an eye out for pests. So you want to come and inspect all of the branches and the trunk for any sort of pest or fungal diseases. And if you find any pest or disease issues, then you're going to want to look for an organic remedy that'll help repair the situation. Look, having fruit trees is great, but just like everything in life, you don't get something for nothing. And when it comes to fruit trees, we need to be attentive and proactive instead of reactive. And that's it. If you follow these 5 simple steps, not only will your fruit trees be prepared for the winter, they'll be ready to give you an enormous harvest next spring or summer. Thanks for watching. And as always, if you found this informative, you know what I need you to do. Like, subscribe, comment, or follow. Until next time, I gotta go, man. I need to get back out here and plant some more plants. Peace.